Hey, Cortavius here. Been a few days since I've done a video. I'll have another video on why. But news of the day. So Plarium put some stuff out there worth taking a look at. Before I do that though, cue the promo.
Hey, before we go on, click the link in the description right now and you can get the great legendary poisoner, Narma, along with 3 epics. You get Anax, Mausoleum Mage, and the best epic in the game, Uugo, as you progress. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out Plarium Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch Raid, complete the tutorial. And Step 4, go to your inbox, Narma's there waiting. These 4 free champions will give you an insane head start in Raid, so click on that link before it expires.
Anyway, what's the news going on here? I mean, honestly, I'm used to them putting out some quality life stuff, and there's usually some good stuff in there and some like they could have done it better. But I actually have to admit, there was one item in there I was stunned. So they start out there, we've got a few updates for y'all about the upcoming changes and releases. Keep in mind the production cycle is 4 to 6 months. So yeah, don't look for these anytime soon, or even more sometimes. In other words, these are coming. Don't hold your breath. They'll be here someday. Oh well, at least they're coming. I guess give you something to look forward to would be the objective here. So Tag Team Arena, okay, they're not fixing Tag Team Arena. They're not making Tag Team Arena more compelling. Some people like it and you're gonna be even happier. Other people, just like me, it's like medicine. I don't know. The time to go in there, what do the enemies look like? Which teams in mine match up? Go in, do the battles. I do it when I have to. I don't know. I think I've dropped out of gold for the first time in years because I was like, who cares? So I've opened up a spot. But anyway, we are going to get an easier chance to get into gold, which, hey, there's a lot of people. I mean, if you look at Reddit, you look at comments, I mean, that's one of the most common things you see people post. How do I get into gold? Tag Arena sucks. They're trying to get Romantu in. So Romantu's a good champ. He's not what he used to be. So on my free-to-play, I'm not even doing it. I've left Rosin open as an ability to get champ chase points. You know, it's an interesting choice you have there. Do you fuse him, or in my case, I'm just collecting rares. I mean, I got another set. I can get another epic out of there. It's 250 champ chase points. I've lost track of how many of these I made, but you can see some of these. I just have piles of champs that are, oddly, I get pile like Gnarlhorn. My account loves to get Gnarlhorns. So, but I've just left it open. You know, I'll get them someday, but for now, I like the champ chase points on the free-to-play more. But I know some people are trying to get them, and they are fun missions to do. Actually, some of those Romantic ones just sucked with all those glyphs you got to do. But with Stone Skin and Polymorph, it really nerfed Romantu. But he's great in some other content. He's great in Faction Wars. So even if he's not what he was in Arena, there's still places to use him. So, he's compelling to get. So making it easier for people, hey, that's at least a good change. I'll give him that. It's a good change. It's not it's not fixing Tag Arena. But for all we know, they'll do something with that in the future too. I think they've said they will. But so decent. Classic Arena. All right, for the small number of people watching this video or even playing Raid, we'll get a blind reset. What that basically means is all the teams that you can see in there that you're picking from during reset period, I don't know if that'll be an hour, 15 minutes, or what it'll be, or the day, Sunday, I don't know. But the names of the teams you're fighting won't be there. So you won't be able to pick, I know that guy, I can beat that account. Or wait, that's my clan, my cluster, I'm not gonna fight them, or I'm going after people. You'll just have to you'll hopefully see the enemy teams, but you just won't see who it is. But we don't really know what that means until they come out with it. And then reset logic, I don't know what that means. I didn't see anybody who did. My bet is they're looking at changing time zones. That's come up a lot. Could you have reset start at different times? I get there's a logistical issue. If you change the time, then how does that next week reset? So I think it creates a programming problem for them that I kind of get. So they're looking at that though. I think it is, for people in the northern hemisphere over here, Western hemisphere, 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., whenever that thing resets every single time. It does stop people from willing to try. So I don't think there's a lot of people affected by that, but you know what? If it's at noon on a Sunday or 1 o'clock on a Monday, do more people to say, you know what, I'll give it a shot. I'll have a little fun with it. It opens it up. So that would be a positive change, but it's a small one. And then a tweak for Platinum avatars for taking first place. Wait, so we're going to do something for the person who wins Plat. Okay. Well, there's probably 10 people in the world who cared about that one. Siege, this is a great change. I mean, what a pain. Every single week we have to tell people, remove your defenses so we can see how to reset Siege. But for my free-to-play clan, we don't want people removing defenses because then we got to put them all back in. So the free-to-play clan that I'm in, we like to just have the defenses stay. My endgame clan, we want everybody to have them out. So giving the clan leaders the ability to remove the teams, they don't have to ask everybody, nag everybody. They could just go in there and remove them all. Fantastic. And then also a counter so you can see how many attack scrolls people had and used. Oh, that's also handy. We've been doing polls in our clan. How many did you get? And you don't know how many they've used. So those are really nice quality of lives. I do wish they had given that to deputies though. Because in our clan, we have a deputy that owns Siege. Well, it would be nice for the deputy to be able to remove those instead of pinging the clan leader, say, hey, clan leader, can you do that? So I wish they had given that to deputies because, I mean, it's not, what are you going to really do with that? But I don't know. Or give it to the lieutenant role and have that role mean more. I don't know. Anyway, I just wish it was more than just the clan leader, but I'll take that. I mean, that's a nice change for both of those. There's more stuff they said they'd do with Siege. I don't know when they're going to get to that, but those are nice 2 quality of life changes. Kind of sucks though, you know they're going to do it and we may take 4 or 5 months. I mean, that really seems like something you could do tomorrow. All right, well, the big whopping change one is silver. Move that up a little bit. So silver, shocking. So they know we're doing faction wars, although you just told me I might not get this for 4 to 6 months. So wouldn't I have been through a lot of faction wars by then? Well, anyway, while we aren't changing the economics in the game, which I realize that's a lot, so that could be impactful. They're going to give us a daily 1-hour free removal ticket that will become the reward for Win 3 artifacts accessories. So I've seen some people say, ooh, well, will we get that for 99 days or 6 days or 1 day? My personal bet is actually when you click that reward, your 1 hour starts. So just like if you take a potion or if you take energy, I guess, out of the 50 energy for beating something, I'm betting it just starts. But maybe it goes to the inbox for 24 hours. So the arena refills go to the inbox. They don't come in. So they're inconsistent in how the rewards are claimed. I don't really care. I mean, it would be nice if it went to the inbox for 24 hours because then it wouldn't be like, oh, wait, I don't want to do my dungeon runs yet because I'll trigger my refill. But I guess it would just sit in there just like the refills do or all the quests do. So it's up to you when you actually click to claim the quest. So I don't really care if it goes, I mean, if it goes to the inbox, it'd be fantastic because then you could pile them up. My personal bet is actually it'll just be where there is one of the awards you can claim. And when you claim it, that 1 hour starts. To me, that's fine. I have no problem with me. That leaves it in my control within a 24-hour period when I click that bonus, when my 1 hour becomes effective. And every single day, I have an hour to use free. Every day I get an hour. Now, what I don't know is will we still get the whole 4-day thing they do once a month for Cursed City? Hopefully they leave that in, and then it's an hour a day every day, and you get your 4 days for the whole days. If they do that, I mean, that's a game changer. I'm stunned. I mean, I don't know how they monetize that. I have to think the analytics have been telling them people still play the game. They still use energy. They still don't move all their gear around every time. So we all created presets, or you should have created presets, that you can move gear between champs, but it's been expensive. But even if you only have an hour to do it, you can only do so much content in an hour. I mean, there's runs that you spend an hour trying to beat one thing, and then that hour's gone, and you couldn't even remove your gear back. So I think they're probably learning, you know what? Maybe people enjoy the game more. Maybe they play more, which maybe that use more resources. So maybe that's how it becomes monetized to them. But personally, I was really stunned. I mean, if you go back to a year ago or whatever it was, I think a year ago, we had no free gears. It just didn't exist in the game. Then they did the first time ever and we were like, wow, now it's a week, 4 days a month. Then they did the 2 free weeks. Now it's 1 hour a day. I really hope we're heading towards it's just free. It's just part of the game like other games have. I do think that impacts the economy of the game, but so many people complain about silver. I just don't think it makes the game messed up in some fashion. So hopefully that's heading towards that, but I'm personally fascinated to see what that's like. I tend to think that if I go from not having it at all to having an hour a day every day, that's going to be good for me. Yeah, I'll still use silver because I'll run out of time where I didn't use the hour effectively or I was doing a Hydra runs and that It's Chimera, and it took me an hour because I had to try it 3 times, and now I got to move the gear back, and my hour's gone. But you also get some of those refills out of Cursed City, which you can fill in, so I feel like that's a game changer. I mean, I absolutely love that change. Once again, it sucks that I know it's coming and I might not see it for 6 months. Man, I'm looking forward to that coming though. And they even put it on the dungeon refills. So not the live arena fight you got to do. So, I mean, that's an easy one to get. So kudos. I mean, fantastic. You know, applaud Plarium for that. A lot of stuff we get irritated about. That's a game changer. All right, from there, it's part of a little probably diminishing returns here, but gear management, sorting, well, actually sorting filters. I mean, if they put in there one of the things, so I use Hell Hades Optimizer, I use RSL Helper, so there's other tools I go to, particularly Hell Hades to see my gear. But if they could put in there the ability to sort by level, so I could look at all my 11 and under gear and then see what's not rolled, that's probably one of the main things I'd like to see changed in there is, you know, or you're doing the Forge Pass and upgrade a pair of boots to level 8. Well, which boots aren't level 8 already? I got to scroll through all my boots to find them. I would love that filter. And there's certainly plenty of more filters you could do. I mean, honestly, if they could just go look at the optimizer and see what that does and see how they could build as much as they can into the game, that thing works pretty well. But you know, that's the one I'd like to have the most. And then Minotaur actually makes the quality of life, and they're actually saying, hey, they're going to give us something, which it's been the silent content. Are they giving us what we want? No. Give me more levels of the dungeon. Give me faster runs. Give me 2 times all the time. No. But we're at least going to get super raids. It looks like an event to see if we enjoy it. Yeah, I think we've been telling you for years we want it. I'll take it, but you know what we want. So I don't know. That's just sounds coy. Like, well, we'll pilot it. But what that really means is they're going to try it and see if they like it. They're not asking us if we like it. Of course we like doing super raids. I'm just fascinated if that means they're going to run them at certain times. Is it going to be during a PR CVC? And some people like that because they can just run in Minotaur. Other people would be like, wait, I can't do this during PR CVC. I got to get more valuable points, you know. When do they run the thing? Do they do it during the middle of a big fusion point? You know, is it poorly timed? Is it a time when you're going to want to use your energy? Do they turn it to a fusion with a Titan path like we have right now, and then they throw Minotaur at you? I got no energy to run Minotaur when I'm in the middle of a fusion and a Titan path at the same time. So we'll see when they launch the thing, and that'll probably help determine how great it is. But at least it looks like a step in the direction of having some less time in Minotaur, which we all want. And then an auto battle feature, stop feature, to make farming more efficient. That sounds okay. I guess what I would really want is for them to have it like when I do campaign and I put multi-battles in and I want to be able to have edit the queue and I could put champs in. I really would rather have Minotaur be able to have me load up. How many champs do I want to get scrolls for? You'd have to load thousands and thousands of energy and then say, hey, go get scrolls for these guys. And use all your multi-battles, unfortunately, right? Because it would be limited by your multi-battles. So it'd be a multi-battle thing, you know, which would use your multi-battles. But that at least would be a nice improvement for Minotaur. But what it sounds like they're going to do is you would just put your champs in here, hit multi-battle, and it would stop. Hopefully you can specify whether that's when the first champ is fully mastered, stop the runs, or if they set it up for, hey, when they're all have masteries, well, then I'm still going to burn energy on champs that don't need to be in the run. So we'll see how they execute it, but it at least looks like it'll speed up Minotaur. So, you know, a nice change. So that's really it. And there's some nice stuff in there, but honestly, the one that I really cared about, the only one that really mattered, silver. I mean, that is the game changer to be excited and wait for the next 4 to 6 months. Hopefully that's just giving us a heads up that things like Tag Arena might be 4 to 6 months and silver's coming next week, but I don't think so. Anyway, it is certainly a moment to cheer that they are telling us the economy is going to change. I mean, fantastic. Well, that's it. I'll have another one out on why my videos haven't been out, so I'll give you more content on that. So, hey, appreciate you always watching and like and subscribe. Thanks.